Manchester United are in the hot seat today with major transfer updates flooding in from Old Trafford. Marcus Rashford is back in the headlines as the club considers an audacious offer from Barcelona for another loan spell next season. Despite United wanting a permanent exit to clear his rising salary off the books, the hierarchy is feeling the pressure as the Spanish giants hesitate to trigger his buy option.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLume 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The search for defensive reinforcement is heating up as United scouts turn their attention to Sporting CP star Maxi Araújo. With the club looking to provide serious competition for Luke Shaw, this versatile Uruguayan has emerged as a top target. With heavy interest from rivals and big-name clubs across Europe, the race to secure his signature for a hefty fee is officially on. A major midfield shake-up is underway as United eyes a bold £50 million move for Brighton standout Carlos Baleba. Having previously agreed on personal terms, the club is ready to revive their interest to find the perfect partner for Kobbie Mainoo. It is a high-stakes play to fill the void left by departing veterans and solidify the center of the pitch. Finally, the heat is rising around Real Madrid ace Aurelien Tchouameni as United tracks him for a potential midfield overhaul. Real Madrid is weighing up a contract extension to fend off interest, keeping the pressure high on Ineos Chiefs as they line up a list of elite alternatives. Stay tuned for more, and make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell to stay updated on all things United. Ever feel like Manchester United is trapped in a never-ending cycle of transfer limbo? Well, grab a coffee, because the Marcus Rashford saga just took another wild turn. We've all been waiting for a clean break, but Barcelona has just thrown a massive curveball that's forcing Old Trafford to reconsider everything. Let's set the stage. Rashford is currently on loan at the Camp Nou, and honestly, he's been a revelation, racking up 12 goals and 13 assists. That's elite production, especially considering he hasn't even been a guaranteed starter. On paper, it looks like a perfect match. The deal has a €30 million buy option, United wants him off the payroll, and Rashford is already on board with a permanent move. It should be a done deal, right? Wrong. Barcelona is suddenly getting cold feet. They're balking at that €30 million price tag, and since Rashford's form dipped slightly while filling in for Rafinha, they're looking for a way out of the full purchase. Enter the audacious new proposal. Barca wants another loan for the 2026-27 season. Now, let's be real, United would rather sell. They want that cash to reinvest in the squad, but the hierarchy is facing a harsh reality. Rashford is due for a massive pay raise thanks to United's upcoming Champions League qualification. Keeping a high earner who isn't in the long-term plans, that's a financial nightmare. So, United is now seriously contemplating this loan extension just to stop the bleeding on his wages. It's not the ideal exit, but with the club seemingly prioritizing depth in players like Cunha and Mbeumo, holding onto a disgruntled, high-paid star just isn't an option. Is this just kicking the can down the road, or is it the smartest move in a bad situation? Drop a comment below and let me know your take on this mess. If you want to stay ahead of the game, hit that subscribe button and remember, in the world of football transfers, done deals are rarely as final as they seem. Ever felt like Manchester United's left-back situation is a ticking time bomb? With Luke Shaw battling recurring injury issues and nearing the wrong side of 30, Old Trafford is finally bracing for a shake-up. If United want to compete deep into next season's expanded Champions League calendar, relying on a fragile rotation simply isn't an option anymore. Enter Maxi Araújo, the Sporting CP dynamo who is currently setting the transfer market on fire. Araújo isn't just another name on a scouting list. He's a tactical Swiss Army knife. Whether he's anchoring the backline or pushing high into the final third to contribute to his impressive tally of 6 goals and 4 assists this season, he brings a level of versatility that modern football demands. It's no wonder he's caught the eye of heavyweights like Manchester City and even Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid, who clearly value that relentless, high-octane work rate. Now, here is where it gets spicy. Reports suggest Sporting CP is looking for a package between £34 to £43 million. While Italian giants like Juventus and Napoli are sniffing around, they lack the financial muscle to actually pull this off. This turns into a potential Premier League tug-of-war, with Arsenal potentially entering the fray if their own defensive pieces shift. What is truly fascinating is the narrative. Despite the recent links to former boss Ruben Amorim's old stomping ground, Araújo actually arrived in Lisbon after Amorim had already departed. This would be a fresh chapter, not a reunion. So, United fans, is this the missing piece in your defensive puzzle, or should the club look for homegrown stability? Drop your valuation in the comments below. Is 40 million a bargain or a gamble? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with all the latest developments at the club, because in the transfer market, the only thing more unpredictable than the players is the noise surrounding them. Is Manchester United finally finding the missing piece to unlock Kobbie Mainoo's full potential? The rumor mill is spinning again, and this time, all signs point to Brighton's engine room. We are talking about Carlos Baleba, the 22-year-old Cameroonian talent who has caught the eye of the Old Trafford hierarchy for over a year now. The word on the street is that United already has the groundwork laid, having broadly agreed to personal terms during their initial scouting phase. Now, they are reportedly gearing up to test Brighton's resolve with a fresh £50 million bid. But let's be real, is 50 million enough to pry him away from the Amex? Brighton is notoriously stingy when it comes to their rising stars, and with them previously signaling a staggering £100 million valuation, reminiscent of the Moises Caicedo windfall, this negotiation is going to be anything but straightforward. While United's management has been splashing cash on attacking firepower like Mbeumo and Sesko, the midfield remains a gaping wound. With Casemiro's inevitable departure and Manuel Ugarte struggling to find his footing, the pressure to solidify that holding role is reaching a boiling point. We have seen flashes of brilliance from Baleba, especially his rock-solid presence for Cameroon at the Africa Cup of Nations, but his fitness and game-time management under Fabian Herzler this season remain a curious variable. Is he a plug-and-play solution, or another expensive gamble? The backdrop to all this is the uncertain future in the manager's chair. Michael Carrick has done a stellar job steering the ship to third, yet the board is keeping their powder dry until the season's final whistle. Whether it is Baleba, Adam Wharton, or even a marquee name like Bruno Guimaraes, United is clearly hunting for a partner for Mainoo, and they need it done yesterday. If you want to stay ahead of the curve on these high-stakes transfer dramas, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. So, what's your take? Is Carlos Baleba the dynamic, ball-winning presence United desperately needs, or should they be looking elsewhere? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and stay tuned for the next update. Is Manchester United about to pull off the ultimate midfield heist? A shock rumor is swirling around Old Trafford that could completely reshape the club's future. Word on the street is that Real Madrid is now seriously weighing up a contract extension for Aurelien Tchouameni, and it is all because they are sweating over renewed interest from United. Think about that for a second. The biggest club in the world is essentially playing defense against the Red Devils. Reports suggest that if Madrid decides to open the door for a sale, they will be looking for a massive payday in the range of £70 million. But here is the chess match behind the scenes. Tchouameni's potential exit seems to hinge on whether the Spanish giants can secure a replacement, with names like Rodri or Enzo Fernandez being floated. Interestingly enough, Fernandez has already hinted he'd be open to trading Stamford Bridge for the Bernabeu. For United, this is about fixing a midfield that has been crying out for a structural overhaul. They have been stalking Tchouameni since his Monaco days, but back in 2022, he chose the glitz of Madrid over the Premier League. Now, with his 6-year deal ticking down, the power dynamic is shifting. Of course, United is smart enough not to put all their eggs in one basket. They have a massive shortlist including Elliot Anderson, though he is heavily linked to a move across town to Manchester City. Plus, the INEOS recruitment team is running the rule over names like Adam Wharton, Carlos Baleba, Joe Gomes, and Sandro Tonali. So what do you think? Should United break the bank for Tchouameni, or should they focus on more attainable targets? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more transfer madness, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. After all, in the world of football, the only thing more exciting than the game itself is the game happening behind the curtains.